Hello, Hollywood Times viewers. Judy Shields here. Today we welcome back to our show country rocker, singer, songwriter Will Wesley. Hey, Will, how you doing today?
I am doing good. It's good to see you again, Judy. How you been?
I'm doing really well here in hot. We had a heat wave again here,
Oh,
and I live in a city called Rancho Cucamonga. It's been in the 102. LA, it's
ooh.
in the 90s. But what's the weather been like over in Baton Rouge? And what happened with that hurricane? Were you involved in that at all? In it?
Well, we got the first one. It wasn't too bad. We fared a lot better than some of our neighboring friends, unfortunately. But right
Yeah.
now the weather's pretty good over here. It's we got kind of a mild cool front, so it's only been in the 80s and the 60s at night. So we're not dying of absolute heat stroke anymore like we were a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, how hot does it get down there?
Oh God, here in Baton Rouge, this year it's been sweltering. We can get a heat index up to 102, 107. It gets pretty hot.
And then you have humidity down there.
Yes, we do.
We don't have
And
that here, but we
mosquitoes.
complain.
Yeah, you don't. Just stay where you're at. Trust me, you don't want to deal with this humidity and mosquitoes down here. They'll tote you off.
Oh, no, mosquitoes. Well, to our Hollywood Times viewers, Will's new single, 12 O'Clock in Texas, raises awareness on substance abuse in a new video. So I understand that this new video is going to be released tomorrow, October 4th.
Yes. I'm very, very eager to get out there and talk to people about this video and this song, and I'm gonna explain why.
Okay.
12 o'clock in Texas is a song that I wrote about my brother and he unfortunately died of a drug overdose, as many people know. But where the real story of this song comes from is a lot of people have asked me. I've been playing the song live for a little while now, and a lot of people have asked me the lyrics of the song. They say it doesn't necessarily depict drug addiction. So how is the story told? Well, this is the first song and music video that I've done that is a collaboration between the song and the music video to tell the complete story of what actually happened. And what it is this music video is going to take the viewer on a journey of two brothers going back to 1995. Now, I'm not telling my age, but going back to 1995 and following the brother me who lost his brother and what he's going through after the loss. It takes the viewer on the journey of going back to the places where these brothers once were, just to show the isolation of the only brother that's left. And it's a more darker and graphic video, I'll be honest. But the reason why we decided to do this, and we've been talking about it for a long time, is because we're trying to raise awareness to what drugs and addiction is doing to this country and to this world. It wasn't until I lost my own brother and had to overcome my own addictions that I realized that this is absolutely destroying families. It's destroying people. Because it's like I tell people, it's not just the addict who suffers, it's the person who loves the addict that suffers as well. And we are trying to do something bigger than myself here. We're not trying to be a country star in this one. We're not trying to be famous. We're trying to get out there on the streets and help people by telling a story from the streets. And I wanted to use my brother's death to try to light up some of this darkness because Daniel's story came to a very dark end. And I know that there's a lot of people out there who struggle with the same problem, whether you're addicted or you love someone who is. And we really want to take the time to try to get this message out to the people and try to let people know that if you are struggling with this, first of all, you can get help. And if someone has died that you love, a brighter day will come. There is, it's not, everything's not done in vain, and that's what the heartbeat of 12 o'clock in Texas is about.
Yeah, I mean, it was very touching to me, after finding out, about the song and the loss of your brother. Deepest condolence for that. I can't imagine, what your family and you had to endure during this loss, of your brother. My two sons, my first husband, he was addicted to drugs, and it ended up taking his life in 2017. And I mean, I had to leave him because of that. And so I know firsthand what it's like because it made me, seek help, but I felt like I was a loser, like I didn't do what I could have done, and I've struggled all these years. He was still in our life, even though we couldn't be together. He was always in my life, and it crushed me when he finally died because I knew it was going to be caused because of the drugs. And I mean, I thank you for bringing this awareness and opening up your heart and everything your family went through this video. Where was it filmed and who produced it? It's really an amazing, touching video.
Well, first of all, I want to say I'm sorry for your loss on that, Judy. I can understand how you feel. When you lose someone like that. I've spent many years. Dan died in January of 21, and I've spent years feeling like I was responsible. I remember in his addictions, he even told me, "You're all I got."
Yeah.
And for him to die, I felt like he died on my watch. My dad was in the army, so I guess I have a military aspect on it. I feel responsible, and I've had to deal with those struggles. So I want to tell you that I understand how you feel on that, and take it from somebody who's been there with you. It's not your fault. Things like that happen, and it's not your fault. It's not your fault. I'm not trying to get you teary eyed. I'm sorry, but
That's okay.
it really
No, it's true because there's going to be people that I hope that there's millions of people that watch this that know that, you should never blame yourself. There's always a remorse, guilt with different things. And I mean, things happen, people die every day. And unfortunately, it's from abuse and stuff, and they don't seek help. And it's just always, if you're thinking of somebody, call that person. If for
yeah,
whatever reason that person is coming to your mind, for whatever reason, God's put that person in your mind. You call that person because maybe that person's struggling that day, and we
it's
have
very
to
true.
we have to do something as a country and as Americans that have family to reach out, and we need folks like you who give us music that change our lives to help. This is an awareness that's, I don't know if it's ever going to go away.
Well, a lot of people have asked me in the process of this. They say a lot of your songs are partying songs, upbeat songs, drinking songs. But the part that they don't know is that though these songs are written and they're true, they're testimonies of a life I once lived. I'm proud to say that I've been 2 years sober from alcohol. I've never done any heavy drugs, but I was a drinker, and I've been sober for 2 years after this. And a lot of people also want to make it a political thing, and I'm very quick to tell people it's not a political thing; it's a humanity thing.
Mhm.
It doesn't matter what you believe. It doesn't matter what side of the aisle you're on. What matters is that as human beings that we can come together and identify with each other that there's a problem here, and it's getting bigger and bigger. And I would like to tell this story more from the streets to more or less try to get to the everyday person, try to make the everyday person hear a story from an everyday fellow like myself. And that's what we're trying to do here. And to answer your question about the video, it was directed by a very talented director. It was our third effort together. His name is Jordan Fontenot. And Jordan, in my opinion, is a very, very talented up and coming director. And me and him worked well together on expressing my ideas. And when I came to Jordan with this script, he was very quick to say, "Well, Will, I think that this is a very dark subject, but the way that you've written it, we're going to be using metaphors and symbolism to express grief and coloration of the video." And the work that he did to show the isolation and the coloration depicting this isolation in the video, I really feel like Jordan deserves a lot of credit for what he's done. Because I got to tell you, there was some very personal things in this video. We filmed the video in a hotel room to
Mm.
reflect where my brother died. He overdosed in a hotel room, and this is shown in the video. And the band will be performing in a hotel room because the idea is that him dying in that hotel room was a metaphorical way of saying I died there as well. And what we're going to be doing is showing me perform in the same hotel room where he died to try to tell this story. And we're going to actually show what happened in that hotel room. It is a little dark, but sometimes you have to speak about a dark topic to lighten it up. And that's what we're trying to do here. And what Jordan has done in the directing process is that we have used a lot of different approaches to bring out this story. And I'm proud to say we filmed this whole video in one day, which is
Wow.
unheard of.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you.
So good. Well,
Thank you
so
so
where
much.
did you actually film it? Like the opening scene, because I wanted to ask you too. There's a coin
Yes,
that is picked up, and then I see you with one. What is that coin? I think I know what it is, but
that's a very good question, and I'm glad that you asked it. That is one of the symbolisms and metaphors that we're using. And it's a true story, by the way. We filmed the whole video in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, where
okay.
me and my brother grew up. We tried to be as honest as we could. And going back into the 90s, I'm not telling my age, but going back into the 90s, the first coin that he is actually picking up on the beach is a movie coin. Do you remember movie coins?
Yeah. Is that what it is? I have to go
It's a
look at it
movie,
again.
and it's a true story. When my brother and me were kids, we would always play around, and he picked up a movie coin and handed it to me. Say, hey, this is cool, right? But what you're seeing me hold in the future is a sobriety coin. So what we're doing is making a connection between my memories of him handing me this movie coin and the sobriety coin. Because the idea, Judy, is that I'm going to speak candidly about this if it's okay to do on your show.
Go right ahead, it's Hollywood.
A lot of times, to me, people say a sobriety coin is an act of accomplishment. It's an act of what you've accomplished in your sobriety. But to me, that sobriety coin was the mark of a broken system that let my brother down in so many words. And that's why in the video you see me constantly holding it or twirling it because it's
Yeah,
my way of saying, and eventually throwing it into the river
I
just
know.
to have it handed back to me. But I don't want to give too much of it away. But the sobriety coin is probably the most significant part of this video because it's trying to use the movie coin and the sobriety coin as a reflection of my memories, but also the grief that comes with the fact that this token of so much hope to me has been nothing but a token of a broken system and a hopeless end. And that's what this is all about.
Wow, well, that was nothing said wrong. I mean, it was amazing. Thank you for being honest, because that's what life's all about, right?
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Oh, well, it's an amazing video, and it's going to be great to have this out there in time to show off that video. So that's going to be pretty amazing. Like, woohoo! So let's see what else we got here. Yes, I mean, so in the video, you say you do it in like one day. So what we see, is that done differently? Meaning, you did the last part first, or is it done how we see it? How does it work for videos and a music video?
Oftentimes, and it's funny, you're hitting the best topics today, Judy. I mean, you're
All
just hitting the
right.
nail right on the head because,
Woo!
oftentimes music videos are shot out of order intentionally.
Okay.
Reason being is a lot of times, like we started off shooting this video on the beach. And another little additional point I would like to put in there is that is my stepchildren playing versions of me and my brother as kids.
Nice.
Yeah, it was they have such a resemblance to me and my brother as kids that I just said, hey, I'm going to put the family in this thing, keep it as honest as possible.
How did they
But
like that?
they did, and what a great job they did on the
I
video. I
know.
may say so. Young actors in the works is what
No kidding.
they did a fantastic job.
Yeah.
Their name is Aiden and Christian, and they really listened to the story that I told them about my brother. And Judy, I think the fact that they're brothers is what really brought the emotion to it. I wanted two people who were brothers, not just actors, to play this. So I wanted, what better way than to bring your own stepchildren, but also two brothers who can imagine after reading the script what if you lost your brother this way, and they really put the heart and emotion into it. And I'm so thankful for what they did on that, and I really got to give them a shout out for how well they did. I ought to get them an award or something like
You should have
that.
brought him on here. There should be here talking to us about
Well, maybe
that,
next
right?
time I will. That's a good idea. I'll bring the cast and the director too.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's get together. It's out here in Hollywood where they make movies, so let's get them on to talk about this amazing video, because I know it's going to skyrocket. So we'll have to do that in a few weeks.
We'll bring the whole cast and crew on here. That'd be fun.
That'd be pretty awesome. We'll have like the Brady Bunch, all the little
Yeah, yeah.
everybody
I'll
in
be
there.
the bearded, hatted Wayne Brady, I guess.
That'll be, you'll have them calling in from different rooms so that they will have different, like I said, it'll look like the Brady Bunch. So if they call in from different, different phones or whatever, it'll look good because we can have them each on there. And
Yeah,
that'll be fun for them, right?
yeah, they have their own little box. That's great.
Yeah. So we'll set that up.
Yeah,
That'll be
let's do
great.
that.
You make that happen.
I will. I'll talk to the publicist about
And I make sure I'll get that link to you.
that. That'd be great. Looks like we're a operating team. That's a good idea.
Folks, because his PR person's calling me, where's the link? And I'm like, the Zoom link? I sent it to you. No, I didn't. There was no link in the Zoom. How the heck that happened? I'll never know. So here we are, technology, and we're fine.
Oh yeah, we're doing good. We're doing good.
Oh my goodness. So let's see. We talked about that. Well, let's talk about your touring. How's the touring been going this summer? Did you get to go abroad at all? What's happening and what's going to
I
happen?
did. We've had a wonderful touring season so far, and we got to get even better. We did go to Europe this year. We played the sold out shows, and it was amazing. We even played the prestigious Trucker Fest, where we played for somewhere close to the tune of 7 to 10,000 people out there, and they were very receptive to "Wasted Again" with me and Florian Fox. They were all singing
Yeah.
along. It was a wonderful opportunity to go do that. And, we've also played the prestigious Whiskey a Go Go this year, which was a lot of fun. We opened up for a country artist. Rashad was actually the artist we opened up for at Whiskey a Go Go. And our next stop is, I got to be honest, this week I'm going to do the Texas Awards Show, the International Awards Show, as a backing artist. I'm going to be backing my good friend Florian Fox, who I'm proud to say is nominated for an award this year.
Tell him
And then
hello
we're
for
going to be
us.
I will. I'll tell him hello. He remembers you, and he told me to tell you hello.
It was a
Hello,
good interview with
Florian.
him. You too. Ooh, I had to behave myself.
Oh, well, that's very flattering. Thank you. But yeah, and after that, I'm going off to next week. I'm going to Georgia, and I'm going to be performing for the vets down there. I'm going to be doing a solo show for the veterans. I'm a supporter of our veterans, so I hope
Good for
that's
you.
okay to say.
Yes. Say it. Say it louder.
Veterans, they protect our country.
Yeah,
That's
so we need
important
to
to
start
me.
protecting them more.
That's right. And then after that, I'm gonna be home for a week, and then it's off to Nashville. I'm happy to say that I'm nominated for 4 Josie Music Awards this year. So I'm hoping I can win one of those. But just to be nominated is a great honor, and I want to thank the Josie Awards for having that. And I'm also, Judy, I got to put on a suit and tie because I got to be performing for their pre-party bash on October 26th. I'm gonna be in Nashville performing with my friend Florian. We're gonna go do that. So it's at the prestigious CMA Theater, and we're happy about that. So this month alone, we're gonna be going heavy, and then there's November and December.
You got Thanksgiving and Christmas in between touring. Do you take some time off for Thanksgiving and Christmas though with
I
your
will
family?
be. I will. I'll be with my family for Christmas and Thanksgiving this year. But then it's off to. I'm doing something interesting. It's called the Just Me and My Guitar Tour. I'm leaving the band at home, and I'm going to do some shows in Texas around Galveston. I'm playing around Houston at the Monkey Duck. And
Wow.
then I'll also be going to Oklahoma to play a little club called the White Rabbit. I'm excited about that. So I'm going to be on the road a good bit to close this year out. And we got a Christmas single we're working on and 12 o'clock in Texas. We
Oh.
got a lot going on.
Well, we keep in touch with that Christmas stuff. I love Christmas music, so you got to make sure you get in touch so we could talk about that. So
Absolutely.
2025 will be here before you know it. Are you going to be touring out here in the West at all? We're going to get to see you?
I'm looking forward to it, actually. We're working on potentially coming back to the Whiskey a Go Go and coming to
Okay.
California. So we're hoping I'll have to get you tickets to the show if we're out that way.
Definitely want to go to that one and see you. I think when you were here, when did you come here? What month was it?
Oh my goodness. So I'd have to look back on the calendar,
I
but I do
forget.
believe we were at the whiskey somewhere around I think it was July. I believe it was back in July.
Yeah, I think I was gone when you were, I'm like, why am I not here when he's here? That's not right. So we will make
I'll
sure.
be probably coming back next year, hopefully, and we can line it up then.
Just make sure you don't come back the first week of May because my birthday is May 3rd. I'll be 65 next year and I'm going to the Kentucky Derby. It's on my actual 65th birthday. I'm
Oh,
not going to miss it.
that's going to be a party and a half. That sounds fun.
So I'm trying to find all kinds of connections to get myself in there. So,
That's going to be fun. You're going to love that, and happy early birthday to you.
yes, I can't wait. I can't wait. So when you were traveling abroad, where did you play? Did you go to
Well, in
Switzerland
Europe,
or?
Yeah, when we were in Europe, we played a lot of we played like the first place was a very cool barbecue place. I know it sounds crazy in Europe. It was a place called Tees, and it was just a packed listening room house, but they had really great food there. It was really good. And then we actually went to the Country Music Hall of Fame to perform
Really?
over there. And that
Huh.
was wow, what an experience. You know, our friend Sue Schmid brought us in there, and it was just a sold out show, and they were just very, very receptive. They were very, very heartwarming, just a great listening audience. It just was a memorable experience. And then we did a couple of festivals, and then we concluded it with the Trucker Fest. So we had about 6 or 7 dates that time, not to mention all the interviews we were doing there. So it was a very busy week, but it was a lot of fun. And then we came back, and what's ironic is a couple of weeks later, we played in New Braunfels, Texas. We played the prestigious Green Hall. Me and Florian went down there and did that. We
Wow.
opened up for a group called Two Tons of Steel, and that was a hoot. That was a great show. So we've been making the rounds this year. It's been an exciting time.
Oh, that's good. And we know the video is going to just really touch a lot of people's hearts. And thank you for bringing this awareness to those of us who've been touched by it. It seems to be touched by more and more than we actually think, because there's a lot of people that I know that are addicted to prescription drugs. I mean, besides the
Absolutely.
bad stuff, there's the prescription drugs that people get, and do crazy things with. And it's sad to find those. We've got a few in the a couple of friends in the family that are like that, and you just wouldn't even have known it. But then once you find out, it's like you start to notice things you didn't notice before,
That's right.
in
That's
their
right.
behavior. So people listening out there, if you've got friends or family and things are changing with them, a good person's not as good, or their moods are changing, you're a friend or your family, you need to talk to them to see
I
what's
agree.
happening, because
I
they're
agree.
alone.
Get help while there's still time,
Yeah,
it's like you talk about pill addictions and these things. Let's be honest, they're all in the same family, whether it's in a pill or whether it's in a form of heroin. They're opioids. They're in the same family.
yeah.
They do mess with you in the same way, and these things are, let's be honest, it's killing our country. It's killing our families. It's killing our children.
And our
Yeah.
children,
We can't
sad.
we can't sweep this under the rug any longer, and I'll try to do my part, and everyone else, hopefully they'll do theirs.
And I do mine by bringing this stuff out there and getting it out there. We will be putting this on our YouTube channel,
Thank you.
Hollywood Times Official. We'll give you that link, and it'll also be premiering your video. So it's going to be awesome. You know what's coming. And
Well,
we are definitely going to talk to you, the producers, the step kids, everybody about the video. After it's been
yes,
out a couple of weeks, let's do that. So that will be very fun to find out the making of it and how they felt. And because I thought they were just actors you got. you know,
well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I will get with my publicist, and we'll try to get the cast and the crew on. I'll give my
yeah,
word to do that. Oh, the
that'll,
director as well.
that'll be fun. Can you share your social media with us so we can find you, all that good stuff?
I sure can. It's on willwesleymusic.com. You can find my music anywhere you stream it. It doesn't matter if it's Pandora, Apple, Spotify. I'm there. You can't really run from me too much. And YouTube, I got a lot of music videos out there, and 12 o'clock in Texas drops tomorrow. And I want to encourage everybody not only to stream the new single, but please go on YouTube and give the video a like and a subscription. We can definitely use it. We're trying to make this thing go viral.
That's right, folks. And it's Will, Will, and his last name, Wesley. So you can find him out there, and we will put links out there for it as well. Well, we do appreciate taking the time to talk to us here at the Hollywood Times. It's always great to see you. Love your hat. The hair's looking good. The beard's looking good.
Well, thank you. That's very sweet of you to say. And Judy, it's always a pleasure to be here. And I want to thank you personally for letting me come on the show and tell this story to your listeners and viewers. So, because that's very, very important that we get this story out there. And it's people like you who help me to spread the word on that story. So God bless you and thank you for that.
Thank you. And like I say, we'll give you that video link on YouTube, and you just put it on your YouTube, and we'll just have everyone share it, and it'll make its millions out there and get around the world.
Let's do that. Let's do that.
Thank you. Have a blessed day today.
You too.
Thanks.